Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we will be going through my finished pages for the month of May. So we're going to start off with the PDF ones that I did first because I think that would be the easiest way to do them. So just so everybody sees them, that they're done in a way. I have more than this stuff. This is just one pile, a small little pile. So I have the rest in another pile in the room. So, but don't worry, that it's right near me. So hope everybody's been doing well. Oh, yay, 2 people. Hello to the 2 people in chat. I hope you all doing well. Today we're going to be going through what I colored for the month of May, and it's quite a lot. I guess this quarantine has made us all a little bit, have a little bit more time for coloring and things. So I'm going to go through the PDFs. Hi, Vicky, and to the 2 other people in the chat. So, the first thing I colored was from Elegant Beauties. This is a book that I bought in PDF format from Liza. I also wrote down what day I finished it, which is 5/4/2020. So I did this one with Copics. I'm going to try and do a light blue with blonde hair. So I really liked the way this one came out. Then this was another one that I did by Liza. So I really like this book. I like the hair styles in it, and I like the dress style in it. Even though it's a lot of portraits, I still like it. Then I got a set of pictures from Mariola Budak that I bought off of Etsy. So this one I did with Copics as well. As you can see, I was trying to refill my marker and a little ink got on it. So, and this was done on 5/17/20, and it's from the Premium Art Park 6. Mariola Budak is the illustrator. I did this with Copic markers. I really enjoyed her art a lot. This is cardstock that I have it on. The next one that I did was from 5/22/20 Premium Art Pack of another one of Mariola Budak. And then this one was done on 5/25. This was a freebie that Demita Victoria was giving out to some of to some of the people on Instagram, where you could download it and then print it up as an image. So I did this with markers, but I also did it with gel pen. You can tell that I did it with some Pentel Sparkle Pops. See, this gold here was done with Pentel Sparkle Pops, the green. Even a little bit of the green down here was done with it. So those were the PDFs that I did this month. So this one is from Carolina Kubakowska. I can't even get Imaginary Friends now because it's out of stock, apparently, but I forget what this one is called. I think it's Nighttime Dreams Go to Sleep or something is the title translated in English. This is called Po Droge Strone Sanu. I paid a lot of money, but look what happened when I tried to color it. I'm going to show you what happened. Literally, this page literally fell out of the book. Literally fell out. This is one of the small books, but it's still a really, really pretty book. I love the pictures in it. So I do color in this from time to time. I don't like when pages fall out of books, So I don't know what's going on because it says I only have 2 people. So now I have Kim, Michelle, Robin. The next one we did, I did this in green and orange, but the color is vermilion, but it comes out looking like red on the black background. I don't know why it does that. It looks like it comes out red looking on this background when it's supposed to be orange. So that was just a very interesting thing that happened with it. So I like mandalas. The Art of Mandala. This is the first one. This isn't the second one. I did this one. I actually did this with different markers, and then I did it with different things. Like, see if you see this. That's not supposed to go out there. I did this one. This was an old Bic Intensity marker, the centerpiece, the silver part of it. And I don't know where the other one went. I don't know where those pens went because I can't find them. Maybe I gave them away or I used them all up on other projects. But as you can see, I did this with different colors and different markers. So I was trying to do the rainbow challenge. Didn't work out too well, the rainbow challenge for me. Tried to do different colors and different schemes. So that was what I was trying to do. but I like this combo really nicely. So I was trying to do a combo. Combos don't always work. Sometimes they work really well. Sometimes they don't. You know, patterns are not my thing. And then we have this very, very small little book. Now, this is a pocket-sized book, so you could take it in and then put it and carry it with you if you wanted to go somewhere. So I did this one. I started this one a long time ago, and then I came back to this book. Somehow I found this book in the collection. I guess I was surfing through Mermaid books from Mermaid, and I saw that this hadn't been finished, as you can tell, because I can't remember what I used for this one. So I then finished the rest. Some of this was done in pencil. Some of this was... oh, gosh. Oh, please tell me it's not buffering. I don't like when it buffers. I hate buffering more than anything. And, you know, that's something I can't fix. Hi, Kim. Welcome back. So this is Portrait of the Mermaid by Sarah Bourrier. She has a few other books. Did her fairy book. I originally started this. I think I started this off in pencil, and then I finished it in marker, I believe. You know when you start a picture and then you can't remember what you did with it? Well, this was one of those pictures I finished up. And I think I did one other picture in this book. I think the only other picture I've done in this book is this. So that's what it is. So guys, if it starts to buffer, let me know, because then I know there's something weird going on. Then I love this artist. Her name is Demeter Victoria. I'm not sure if Demeter Victoria is a real person or if it's a thing. So there's a picture that I did. Oh, this was the picture I finished. I started it and I never finished it. So I decided to finish it. Did like this. As you can tell, I did put some gel pen in it. Oh, good. It's not buffering now. Thank you, guys. I did this. Good. So now, Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls. I think I have like 12 pictures left in this one. So this one was kind of like my fairy tale one. This is, I think, Glenda the Good Witch. I did her in pink and red. Reds, because I just was in a pink and red mood, I guess, that day. I think I did this pink and red outfit was done with Copics. The skin was done with Copics. The green was done with Parku and Dick Blick. Then I think I used different markers for everything else. So. Oh, wait a minute. I think there was another picture. Wait a minute. There was another picture in there that I didn't show you guys. Then I did this one. Oh, yeah. This one was one of my favorite ones. And this was one of my favorite pictures that I did so far in this book. Now, I did the skin. This took 3 layers of Copics. With this paper, you can't go more than 3 or 4 layers with this before the book peels. So keep that in mind, that if you're going to do skin tone and anything that's create space, no more than 3 or 4 alcohol markers when you're blending with skin tone. What combo did I use? What was it? Cotton Pearl, Skin White, Tea Orange, and then Raw Silk to get the skin this way. Those were the 4 colors that I used to get it that way. So just keep that in mind. And then I used the gold Pentel for the border. So, and no, I don't have that many gray Copics. I think, what do I have? 4 gray Copic colors in total. So keep that in mind. Unicorn coloring book. Now, this is the line art. This is not actually the Grayscale coloring. I have all little stickies. I was trying to do something really cute with the picture here. I just was like, I like the little girl. I like the little unicorn. Hi, Susan. How are you? I wanted to do something really cute and fun and just something simple, you know, and a little bit on the whimsical side. So I thought this was fun. I believe I used Copics, Dick Blicks, and Parkus is what I used on this. So I use a lot of markers in my coloring. It doesn't mean that I don't use pencils either. Keep that in mind. I think we had 1 pencil. That was the joke. That was the game. Yes, I did miss you, Miss Michelle. And then I did this one, which is kind of like a full picture. This is fairies too. So she was supposed to be the maple, so I wanted it to kind of be like a maple tree, you know, when you do all the maple colors. So I was thinking orange, browns. Oh, so you're watching the space shuttle thing, Richard. That's good. So I did this one. As you can see, I'm currently working on. This is the one I gotta figure out what I'm doing next in it. You know what I mean? Like I gotta figure out the colors to use. Mm-hmm. So I gotta figure out the colors to use for that one. Then I just finished coloring 2 pictures in Mermaid's coloring book. I haven't even posted these on Instagram, guys. So you guys get the first look at these 2. Blue Whale by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So I did this one with Copics. This one I did with Dick Blitz, Parcours, and Copics. So I did this one, which is called Microcosm Sea Monsters. I did this one. I really like her. Her hair came out nicer than I thought. I was trying to do something a little different with the hair than the traditional colors, so I thought that would be nice to do something a little bit different with hair color. Fairyland by Molly Harrison. I have done 2 pictures in this one. I did this one with glitter gel pen and markers. I think I used Parcours, Pentel, Sparkle Pop, Dick Blick markers. Yeah, that was the colors I used in that one. This one was Copic markers and Dick Blicks with some jelly rolls. The border was done with a purple Secura jelly roll. I remember that. Then we did Fantasy Princesses Special by Josh Lee. Now this is the last color in heaven that I got, but I'm waiting on my next one to come. So my ones haven't come yet. So I just think they're delayed because of all the shipping things going on. So this was the one that I did, and this was also for Color Your Board. This is called Elf Princesses. I was trying to do a nighttime scene with gold. I made the flowers gold, made the butterflies gold. So then I needed to do a background. My backgrounds are not the best, guys. That the butterflies came with it, the flowers came with it, but I just could not leave it. I just wanted it to be a nighttime scene, so I turned it into a nighttime scene, and I colored the background all in Copic marker and Pentel Sparkle Pop. So that's what I did with the background. Next one is from Timeless Creations, Magical Gardens Coloring Book. Now, a lot of you don't see me color out of this book, so I normally don't color out of this book, but every once in a while I do. When I started this book, it was originally a pencil, but since then I've gotten markers and stuff like that. So, hence I did this picture. I was thinking of doing something very spring-like. I wanted to color it like that. Plus, this book has perforated pages, so I got this a long time ago. I forget where I got this. I probably got this at Staples, a discount store or something like that. Kirby. It was Kirby May on the channel, so you know what that meant. We were going to color out of some Kirby book. But we did this page. We finished the Hydra yesterday during the live stream. I really liked how this came out. This is Mythomorphia. So I think I've only finished 2 pictures in here, which makes me feel proud that I'm actually getting more pages done in Creepy books now. Then from Color in Heaven, this is the calendar 2020. I did this off camera, and I did this with colored pencils. Yes, I do use colored pencil. Oh, they do. Which markers? Because I have this, the studio ones. I have the first set of markers. I don't have the brush tip ones, and the other ones that Anne has, I have the studio ones. So they have a different one. There's different types of markers. Like they have their brush tips, and then they have the other ones, and then they have the ones that are like the budget-friendly ones. This one was done with Prismas, Pablos, Polychromos, Stripofarbans. So I used a bunch of different colors and things in this. This is from the coloring, and I think the artist is, who's the artist? Desty at CDS. So they got a bunch of, so that was the one that I did in that one. Each month is a different artist. Fantasy and Fairy Tale Characters by Christine Karen. As you can tell, I have a love affair for Christine Karen. And since it was Mermaid month, I did this Mermaid. You all know how much I love mermaids. So I really do love mermaids a lot. But this was a really pretty image to do. Did that. The next small pile. I'm not even counting how many books because I gave up counting. This is Beautiful Woman coloring book by Deborah Victoria. I have most of her books, but I don't have all of them. It's pretty hard to keep up with. Deborah Victoria is becoming like Jade. Every other week there's a new book. I did use some gel pens. But this is the picture that I picked for Beautiful Woman. So I really liked it. I was trying to do a purple and pink theme, but then I realized I didn't have enough alternating pink, so I did some blue in it to get the contrast in it. So I used gel pens and markers for it. Yeah, I did a lot of mermaids. I will admit I did a tremendous amount of mermaids this time around. Mythical Mermaids coloring book by Selena Finneck. I know it's like, with Blick, it's like they're comparable in my mind to Copics, but once you have a Copic, it's like nothing else compares to it. This one works for Mermaid. She used Winsor & Newton, Pro Marcus, Pentel Sparkle Pops, Copic for the skin. That's what I did for the skin and for the hair too, because I don't have reds in other sets. Only have reds left in Copic, so that was Mythical Mermaids by Selena Finneck. This is a new book. This is called Gypsy Dancer by Deborah Mueller. And I colored this one. So this counts for Color Your Board, which is hosted by Lovella's Coloring and Kylara. I used thick Blick markers, Winsor and Pro Markers Newton. I think that was it. This is the book that needs no introduction. World Within Worlds. We did 2 pictures in this. This is because Nick suggested I do this picture, and so we took some time on a few streams to do this book. The Stegosaurus carrying the houses, which I thought turned out really nice. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. And then we did this one. The Nesting Dolls, which is the first page I colored. I love my Nesting Dolls. We used many different pencils for this. So this can be for Color Your Hoard. believe everybody has world within worlds. I could be wrong, but I believe a lot of us have that book. Okay, next up, I just took another stack out. Adorned Fairy Hair 2 by Deborah Mueller. I did this one. I really like this one. And then I did this one. In my elf core. Of course, I didn't do it correctly when I was doing the marker, so sometimes even I screw up with my markers. Then there's the Fiercely Gorgeous coloring book by Evelyn and Liza. That style is very much like Anita Victoria's. You kind of know what you're getting. Did this book with Copics. This was definitely done with my Copics. Now this book, guys, you've already seen on the channel. I filmed the finished flip through. So the finished flip through of this book is done. So these are the last 2 pages that I colored in this book. I am not keeping it because I do not have the room to keep everything. So it's an unfortunate thing, but that is what it is. The Native American girl. Now I messed up on her skin, so I had to redo the skin. I tried to fix it with pencil, and then I couldn't fix it with pencil, so then I had to re-go over it with marker. So the joys of that. Then I did this one with gel pens. I think I used Pentel Sparkle Pop, Tamnet gel pens, Copic markers, and I think Parkluz because I didn't have grays at the time that I finished this in my Copic set. I think I had 1 gray in my Copic set. Now I have like 4. So the cutesy side. The really cute side. Kawaii Girl Fashion. I did this little girl. So that's really nice. I like that. Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. Yeah, I did a lot of Hannah Lynn this month. This was Copics, Parkluz, Cali Arts. Mermaid Hair, Queens of the Sea by Deborah Mueller. I did this one. What happened was I started it in 1 color. I tried to find the exact blue to match this, and I could not find the exact blue to match this. So I just decided on 1 other blue to do it, so I could call her my blue lady because I was trying to find the right hair. So I used different. Hi, Jessica. We're going over my finished pages. So that was the blue lady, as I call her, or the blue hair lady that I couldn't figure out which blue to use because none of my blues had matched it. This was also one of my mermaids, which I like doing her in the red. I believe that the red was a Dick Blick marker, but the pastels were Parkluz, but everything else was a Copic. I don't remember what you used, but sometimes it's difficult. So I'm trying to go back and see what pages I missed in some of these books. Now then I have some pages like this, guys, that I started and then I didn't finish them. So you ever do that? You start a picture and then don't finish it? Then you're like, what did you use on it? You can't remember what you used on it. Then there's Magical Beauties coloring book by Kristina Mccallister, book 1, and I believe I did this one, The Victorian Witch. We used a lot of different markers in this, and I think I definitely used the Pentel Sparkle Pops in this. I believe I used Cali Arts, Copics, white colored pencil for the outer eyes. So That was what I used for that. There was a few different brands for that. Yeah, they're all in piles, so don't worry. 101 Unique Mandalas by Camila Angelkova. I did this because at the time I wanted to do something, a little inspiration. It says, I welcome the new day, counting my blessings with a smile. I definitely used, I believe, Parcours, some gel pens. Yeah, I did that. Mandalas Volume 3 by Color It. I did this one. Don't know what I was testing, but I was testing something on this. Forget what I was testing on this. Which markers I was testing on this, but it's definitely markers. I like the Color It books because they're great for markers. The paper is just really nice and thick and glossy for markers. So if you want to color, if you want something to color markers on, I would highly recommend the Color It books. Blissful Scenes Volume 2. We did this. Some of you remember we did this one. We did this one on stream because I wanted to test the paper. So we did this one on stream. Remember that? We took a break that day from Kirby. I do a lot in a month. So that's what we did in almost a month. So Misfits, Color in Heaven Misfits special. I did this one. I actually ran out of this color, so I had to wait for my refill to come. And then when my refill came, I finished this. So this is from Misfits. So this color is called Moon White. You guys have seen me color with that a lot. Now this is funny because the paper is weird with my Copics in this book. Like it does budget-friendly pencils, really budget-friendly markers really well, but it does not like my Copics. My Copics fight with this paper. So, and I don't know why they fight with my paper. This one I did with Blick Studio marker. I did the skin with Blick Studio. The hair I did with Copic, but I had a really hard time doing the hair with Copic. It looks good now, but in person it doesn't look that good, the skin. But it looks fine, the skin on camera, but close up the skin doesn't look that good. I don't know why it doesn't like the expensive markers for skin tones. It likes the budget-friendly. There's something weird with the paper in this book that does that. I don't know if that's a Create Space issue, because I've had other books that I've done Create Space and they do fine. Cute Fairies by Jade Summer. I did this one with markers. I did this early in the month. I love this picture of the girl and the female fairy and the male fairy. Well, you can't always do that because you'd want to keep the line same. Then there's this one, Dragons, Flowers, and Mandalas. Oh my! So there's that one. Misfits, a fairy coloring book. You see a theme here with a lot of my books, and I like a lot of fairies and mermaids. So I did this one. I actually didn't show this one because I didn't like the unicorn. I actually picked up the wrong color when I did the unicorn. Yeah, I was looking for a light blue, and instead I picked the brown and Cali art instead. It was supposed to be a totally different color. As you can see, like I had a different color scheme, but I messed up on the color because I picked up the wrong marker. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just go with it and have a different color unicorn. Do something a little bit different. So sometimes accidents happen, but they come out really funny. So that was the story on why the unicorn didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. I picked up the wrong marker. So I just thought I'd just go with it. Pop mango mermaids and other sea creatures. This is the Camilla Everyday article. This is from Mermaid. So I did this, but I also put it in Pentel Gold Sparkle Pop. I had actually started the hair. I did the hair a long time ago, and I do not remember what I used for the hair. But I do remember I finished this off with Pablo's and Christmas and some Pentel Sparkle Pop. I really love my Pentel Sparkle Pops, as you guys can tell. Mermaids, Grayscale by Jade Summer. Mature one. Not the little one. There's a little one that I have this. So I did this one. This was several different brands of markers. This was, what was it? Winsor & Newton, Cali Arts, Copics, Twix, Parcours. So that was that one. Spellbinding Images by Nikki Burnett. I did this one. I wanted to see how I could get the blues to work and complement each other. So I thought this came out really nice. There's a lot of nice pictures in this book. I wish Nikki Burnett would come out with another Grayscale one, because I think her artwork is really, really nice. She has like a lot of pretty girls in it. Like, I just like her art in it a lot. She does a really nice job with her art style. Fairies 3 by Christine Karen. I did this one, but I didn't do a background. I chose not to do one. It's called Stolen Fae. This one I did with Copics. I know there's that much I did. And this one I was trying to learn how to blend the skin with this one to make it a little bit darker in it. I do like it, but I don't remember the combo I used. So I need to start writing down combos when I write the skin tones I like. Oh, I did 3 pictures. This one is another one called Classy Princess, a coloring book for adults by Demeter Victoria. I love the Demeter Victoria books. Probably a guess. This one I was trying to do an Alice from Wonderland hat thingy. The thing is, when I try to do black hair, it never comes out right, so I went. Spellbinding book has really nice. The thing with that is, though, you do have to color with markers in that. Pencils don't work too well in that paper because it's like glossy paper. That creates space paper that Nikki Burnett, Christine Karen use on their Grayscale books. It's kind of like a glossy one. So you have to be kind of like, the markers do really well in that paper for whatever reason. Then I did the plating in pink and blue with some green Pentel Sparkle Pop. As you can tell, I used the Pentel Sparkle Pop. But I used Copics in the background for the pink and purple flowers, because I like the contrast of pictures, and I used. Then this one I did too. Just wanted to try doing different colors or with other colors to see how they would look. Did that. Now, the funny part about this book was that it was hanging around, and I didn't even realize that this book was hanging around in my book, and I had forgotten this book was even in my collection. But I think this was the color that I did, but I messed up on the skin tone. So that's okay. We say she had a little bit of a sunburn. I messed up, but I did do the wings. As you can see, I did the wings with glitter. I know, I like having glittery rings on fairies. So this one is called Magneta. This is called The Beauty of a Lore Coloring Book, but it's illustrated by Cheryl LaFont. Now, I found out that Cheryl LaFont has a lot of artwork on Facebook, and she has a Facebook group. So there's a lot of stuff on her. Fairy Portraits by Samantha J. Lewis. This one I'm kind of doing in order. Well, now I'm doing it in order. Before I wasn't doing it in order, but now I am doing it in order. Color It brush pen for the background. Pentel Sparkle Pop. I believe everything else was markers. So now I'm kind of doing this book in order. Like some stuff I've already done or colored part of the girl already. But I'm trying to do it in order, the book. So, and then in the back of the book, she has examples from her other books. So you see she has some stuff from her other books. So there's some other pictures here. More books. Michelle's like, how many books do you have? I don't really, at this point, I don't really know. So this is called Good Vibes Coloring Book. Enjoy this moment. This is Coloring is Fun. I did this one. I actually finished a page of this. I have a bunch of pages that I've never completed in this book. So this would be considered a Color Your Hoard book. And I used Pentel Sparkle Pop, and I used a bunch of gel pens in it as well. And then I also used markers with it. It said, today is the best day ever. Then I have Anime Doodle Girls coloring book by Jenny Luan. Some really cute ones in here. I messed up on the skin here. Another sunburned girl. So I like this one. I have to have a color scheme in mind when I do it, so I put the pink because I'd already used orange, green, and blue. It was like, what color did I not use for this girl? And the only thing I could think of was pink. Maybe a purple would have been better for the background. Big fantasy coloring book. This one hasn't even gone up yet. This is the red and blue and gold fairy. Yeah, I made her wings nice and glittery with a Pentel Sparkle Pop. Everything else was markers. The wings and the stars. And some of the more glittery bits were done with gel pen, but everything else was done with marker. This one I did another one in here. This one I did another one in there. Sally Berry Sweet Home coloring book, easy large prints for adults. The umbrella. Wish I could have an umbrella like this in real life. I wish this umbrella existed in real life. "100 Magical Patterns" by Jade Summer. Did this one. I did this one with Parcours. Blizzard and Newton. And Dick Click markers is what I used for this one. The coloring book for grown-ups. This is a big, thick book. This has lots and lots of pictures. I started this one a long time ago, and then I decided that I would finish it finally. So I did that, took that picture, and I finished it. Then I did this one, which I had started it, and then I never finished it. So then I said, you know what, I'm going to finish that mandala. I don't leave like in certain pages unfinished. So I was like, okay, I'll finish that one. More Hannah Lynn. This is called The Best of Hannah Lynn. Now, this was a Kickstarter book. You can no longer get this book. This was a Kickstarter book, so you had to buy this when the Kickstarter campaign happened. So, this is a picture I decided to do. Yeah, I've been having an obsession with pink, reds, and purples and blues lately. I also used the purple. into the background. So that was marker gel pen. Maui Mermaids, Island Whimsy Girls. We started this one on camera, but then we didn't finish it. But I did finish it off screen, guys. So if you guys want to see what this ended up looking like, this is what it ended up looking like. This was done with Copics Parcours. And this was the one that we did on live stream. And we finished it on live stream. I did a purple haired mermaid because I hadn't done one in a while. So that was one that we did. I was particularly happy with that one. The Art of Mandela 2. Now I started this and then I was like, you know what, I need to finish it. It's too pretty not to finish it. So then I finished it. I was able to find out which colors I had used pretty easily and match them to the markers I have now. And now we come to the last 4 books. Well, no, that's 5. Because we'll down some of them. Grayscale and Jade Summer. I absolutely love the Grayscale and Jade Summer. I absolutely love them. They're like some of my favorite books of theirs. So that was not supposed to happen. This is Grayscale coloring book, Alice in Wonderland. I started this on camera. I didn't finish it on camera, but I did finish it off camera. I did like the blues. I was testing some blues out in this picture, so that was what I was doing in that one. I think it was Tina that mentioned that there was a tattoo coloring book by Jade Summer called Grayscale Coloring Book Tattoo. This is the book that I really enjoyed doing. This was the Girl in the Wolf tattoo. I love this. This green was really nice. I should have done it a bit smoother. Then I did the bird and the flowers. I like the flowers. I was trying to make it a robin red dress, and I should have gone with a lighter brown just to give it more contrast instead of doing a dark. You know, sometimes you make mistakes in the color choice. This was also for Mermaid. So I did one picture in this, and we did this on stream, guys. Remember this? This is Alana Lazavia's Mermaid's Grayscale. She has a lot of books, Alana Lazavia, and I must say all her books are beautiful. I love every single one of them. This one is one of my favorite books, and I love the color combination. Sometimes my hands get really sticky, so I don't know what I did to make them sticky all of a sudden. They know. So I did that one. Some of you, I've seen this one was called Intricate Flowers by Jade Summer. Now, a lot of you probably saw a lot of flip-throughs of this one. I believe that I was enabled by Miss Ann to get this book because I love the pictures in it. I like doing flowers. Believe it or not, before I started doing people, I was coloring a lot of flowers in Johanna Basford. Speaking of Johanna Basford, I will announce something what the color along is for June. So this was Intricate Flowers. I did this with a bunch of different markers. I think I did this with Copics, Windsor, and Newton Pro markers, and some Parcours. So I really like the way this one came out. They're all very different flower patterns, so they're really nice, different flower arrangements. And then this one is called Queens of Poland. Now, I have the Slavic Beauties one. Now, what I do color pictures or Queens of Poland, it has to be one or the other because, I don't like the book to go to waste. So I try to color one picture from Kristina Novak each month, and I chose to do this one. My mother said when she saw this that this reminded of Cersei from Game of Thrones. Now, the name of this queen was called Agataya Svetsoslavia. Agatha was the wife to Conrad of Masavoria, Conrad Masawerki, not a very popular person in Polish history. He was a violent and cunning man, often resolving to treason. Agatha must have had a very similar relation as their marriage was a successful one. The couple was notorious for their cruel treatment of the priest John Tekaplaba, or better known as Jan Sazvapla. They had him in prison and hanged. Then the body was put on public display by Agatha's order. This caused a great scandal, and a curse was placed on Agatha and her husband, only taken down after many donations and bequests to the church. So I did that. So this is the picture I used. What did I use? My Schrift Farbens, my Prismas, of course, my Pablos, and my Polly. So I was trying to combine them, because I wanted the wood not to gray. So I wanted to do brown instead of gray. Usually I do gray stones instead of brown stones, but there's something that's nice about brown stones. So next month, so I will tell you what next month is. So next month, and had to bring them out. That should tell you who the color along is next month. So next month, June and July, is called Summer of Johanna. So it's called, the tag is Summer of Johanna 2020. It's the hashtag next month. So you can use any Johanna Basford. So that could be Ivy and Dinky, Butterfly, even artist editions count. Johanna's Christmas, whether it be the UK version, the American version, the artist version. I heard there's an artist version of it. Magical Jungle, Lost Ocean, Enchanted Forest. I have World of Flowers. I think I left that downstairs though. So I have Enchanted Forest. Secret Garden you can use. I'll even count Flourish. That's part of the color along. You have How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. I'll count that too. So the hashtag is Summer of Johanna 2020. So any of those books will be acceptable, and even Flourish. Now, if you guys don't know what Flourish is this little 10 to 14 page booklet that Johanna gave to those of us in quarantine. So you can download that. She gave a free download of that. I happen to have the download, so you could use Flourish if you have that. So that meant you could print the pictures on whatever paper you like. So if you like doing marker work, you can do marker work. So this is what this is what June's books are going to be. So I hope you guys like that. So even World of Flowers. I have World of Flowers, but I think I left that somewhere else. This is what I found on my shelf. I no longer have Secret Garden. I finished that book a very long time ago, and I unfortunately do not have it. Yeah, Flourish is perfectly acceptable. It's Johanna, so as long as it's Johanna Basford. guys. So that is our color along next month. So guys, thank you for coming to the stream. I didn't think I would get this done in 50 minutes. So guys, thank you for coming to the stream. Enjoy, and remember, so any one of these books is acceptable. Any Johanna Basket is acceptable for next month. So I want to thank you guys for coming. Have a great weekend, and remember to be safe and take care of yourselves and be strong. We will get through this quarantine. I hope everybody does well. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Bye, everybody.